So we're getting ready to start on the light fixtures on this thing, and these are a Class 1 Division 2 rated light. It's got a glass lens over it and a piano hinge, and these are specifically designed for spray booths.
So you want to do this right here?
Eau Claire, Wisconsin. All right, gotta love the cheese heads. This has even got a magnet in it with a limit switch. That gets hooked up to the air solenoid valve. So if one of these lenses either breaks or they leave the lens open, that airline solenoid right there will not activate. So if they leave a light lens open, they can't spray. So that's kind of neat. Anyways, we're gonna they're getting four of these in the ceiling, and we're gonna do some layout and get those holes cut here this afternoon. The washer is pretty much in place and assembled. We got two panels open on the corners just so we can get in and out, and we'll button those up very last thing. The ceiling is bolted up, our temporary shoring is out, and yeah, we got the guts of the washer to put in still, but that'll be for another day. We're gonna get these lights in this afternoon. All right, end of the day shot. Spray bars are in, so you can get in there. There's your spray bar in. That rear is a bypass, just to relieve a little pressure out of the spray bar, and that's actually going to get turned down, and it goes down to the bottom of the tank to sweep from side to side, bottom of the tank, any sediment or anything, and get it back into play, keep everything suspended. But there you can kind of get an idea of the cross section of this washer. From the spray bar, there's another curtain that comes down right off the bottom of the spray bar and comes down at this line right here, and that one's removable for service, but this rear curtain that's in right now is bolted in. But that's yeah, there's your spray bar. And we've got our light openings cut in the ceiling, two there, one over there in that corner, another one over there in that corner. So they should have pretty, he wanted me to stagger them, so they're staggered in pretty good. He's, I think he'll be happy with that. So back at Huntington Memorial Hospital, and I had to go to one of the freight distribution depots and pick up my pump. It got delayed somehow, and I don't know, I had to run over there in a pickup and grab this thing. So that's the pump. It's, like I said, it's a gusher pump, and it uses a Baldor Gold. Those are the nice motors. That's a 7.5 horse setup, but it's sitting horizontally now. It's due to go in vertically, and we just got to get it off the truck and get it down to the basement. And here's a couple of things on an update. We got the pump down in the basement. Put it on one of my big wooden dollies. I got a big giant pallet dolly pair that I use. And the way this pump is, it's laying down again. Everything you see here is all submerged. And this plate bolts to the top of the tank, and all this is above the water level. So there's a rubber spider type coupling in here, and then the pump shaft and then the impeller and everything is actually submerged below the water level, and that's the main inlet there. And all they use is just a simple screen, just bolts up to that. Just like that, real simple. And we just put some little bit of non-seize on some bolts and just put them on hand tight. We don't even really wrench them down at all, just so someone can get in there and clean that screen very easily during a water change. So anyways, the pump's done. Yesterday we finished the lighting. We got all those light fixtures cut into the ceiling and wired. So he's got good light in the booth now. I know painters always like a lot of light. And out here it's kind of a dark hole out here now, and they got those old explosion-proof type fixtures in here. The old pennant mounts. I think those are 200 watt rated fixtures, so they don't throw out a whole lot of light. There's another one with the globe on it back there. But that pump's going in this well right here. And I've got a concrete ceiling above me. We're going to be bolting a bracket to the ceiling up there. 2 pieces of 1/2 inch angle plate with an eyelet in there, and we're going to hang a shackle off of that, and then a chain hoist off of that. And we're going to lift that pump up and drop it in the hole in 2 pieces. We're going to take the motor. The motor comes off of those pumps really easily. 4 bolts on the motor, and you don't even have to undo the coupling. Just the coupling just comes apart, and you lift the motor out. So then we'll be able to chain hoist the pump itself into place, and then drop the motor in last. So that's the way we're going to do that. I might get some video of that for you guys. But then the pump section's done. We got some more plumbing to do. That blue plug on top of the pump there, that's where it goes out to the main manifold and up to the spray bar. But let's get a little farther and I'll shoot a little more for you. Okay, so we got a bracket bolted up to the ceiling. That's a concrete deck with a 1-ton chain hoist. Down to a nylon strap, pulled the motor off of this. So we're just gonna elevate this thing and stick it in place. And before he goes pulling on that thing, I'm going to show you one thing over here. Before you guys give me any grief about my embedment or what a concrete anchor is capable of. Those are 3/8 by 3 3/4 wedge anchors. And I got 4 anchors in it. There it is, 3/8 with 1.5 inch embedment. Even in the lowest PSI concrete, 2000 PSI. That is 1,680 pounds per anchor, and I got 4 of them in there and some 1/2 inch plate. So I don't have any worries about pulling those redheads out of there. We're actually going to leave that bracket there for the customer in case he ever has to pull the pump out or even pull the motor out. It's handy just to plug that motor out of the top. But anyways, they've got the pump laying down, and it's starting to go up into place. So here we are again with our pump suspended. We got the motor off of it just to make things a little easier on us. And a chain hoist bolted to the ceiling on 2 pieces of 1/2 inch thick angle iron with a big hole drilled in them and a shackle. So we all we do is drop that back down into place. We got to swing it out. This plate, we just swing it out over that pipe, and it's going to drop in under this pipe. There is a riser that goes on this. I've got a riser box that sits on top of the tank that after the pump is located, it gets welded into place. But that's pretty much the name of that tune. After the pump is set, and we just drop the motor on top of it. And there's the spider coupling that couples the pump to the motor. Not even any alignment needed, just drop it in. It's a C-face motor, drop it in, index it in this ring, bolt it up, done. Alright, so pretty simple. And then after the pump's in, we can plumb from that flange there, from the pump outlet, up to the main spray bar. And that's considered the main manifold that gets put in there. Alrighty.
And Bingo, what's his name?
Okay, so here we are with a tank that's done and a washer that's done. And all I'm waiting for in there is water. Actually, the painters are going to come in and give this a coat of two-part epoxy. They're going to epoxy the inside of the tank and the inside of the washer. But the front curtains are back on. And you can see how that curtain kind of splits the spray bar. How that last little sheet metal piece goes up and lays right against the spray bar there. So the air doesn't have a choice. The air has to make a trip around the spray bar. All the air that goes through the entire booth has to go through this slot right here. Alrighty. And then we got our pump done over here in the corner. Pump in, guard back on, down on the tank, main manifold in, trim valve in, bulkheaded into the spray bar. So done deal. Two valves. This one here is a quick fill, just to fill up the tank quickly, and this one here is for a float. There's a float down there for automatic control to keep up with evap. All that's left to do this, wire that motor from that box. It's not a hard job, and put water in the tank and it's ready to go. Okay, we're back at Huntington Memorial, and my customer has got his two-part epoxy on the washer, tank, curtains. The boys are putting the front curtains back in, and we're going to flow some water here as soon as they get done with that. And he did some drain work. I wasn't crazy about them putting that down the drain, but it turns out that they have a clarifier system underground, even farther down than this. So I guess it's okay to dump paint-laden water down the drain like that if it's got a clarifier. But that was a customer requirement there. Anyways, and I can hear them inside bashing around on those curtains, and we'll get some water flowing. And they've got two curtains in. Stay tuned. Okay, ready to flow water. Away we go. What is known as a quick fill. That will fill this tank very rapidly. And here we are at the end of all this. Washer painted. And we're going to go hit the start button. Washer running. From right to left through those two screens, making its way over to the pump well. And the tank's been checked for leaks, the washer's been checked for leaks.